I am here to give you 4 reasons why you should not get started as an environmental consultant. 4 reasons why you should not become an EIA expert. So if these 4 reasons appears in your list of why you want to start as an environmental consultant, it is time you rethink and probably answer this question differently. And the first reason why you should not become an environmental consultant is if the thing that entices you about this job or this business is the glory it comes with. Being a consultant, being a consultant is a beautiful name to be called a consultant. People treat consultancies with some kind of respect, some kind of way. If that the glory of the name, the glory of the industry is what is enticing you to become one, rethink again. Please do not come into this industry if you are coming to see, to enjoy, to experience the glory of becoming an environmental consultant. Now, let me tell you, before you get disappointed, before you regret, it is not glorious. Being an environmental consultant comes with a lot of pressure. And I believe it is not just environmental consulting, but all kinds of consultancies. There is so much expectations. There is so much people know and expect and trust you with their businesses, trust you with their money, trust with their issue, because what you're supposed to have done is to have understood that, understand them, know what to do, and give them a solution. People come to you for a solution. So it is not as glorious as it looks from outside. If you're coming to get the glory, look for another industry. This one is going to frustrate you. Now, the second reason why you should not even think about starting an environmental consultancy business or even career is if you want to make money. With the climate money, climate change, carbon markets and everything, now you want to come and make money. Now, not to say there is not money, there is money. But if the only reason, the biggest reason, the core reason you're becoming an environmental consultant is to make money, you will be frustrated. Having operated in this industry for close to a decade, I am going to tell you this. It is true, there is money in this industry. But it is not just money, wanting to make money, that will make you stand in this industry. It has cycles. The industry has cycles. The industry is regulated and influenced and manipulated by so many other industries, so many other things that are out of your control. And this one will affect the cycle of money that you are experiencing. In the industry itself, there are cycles, the dry seasons, and then there is the ripe season. There is a season to plant, and then there is actually a season to harvest. What is going to make you keep moving on during the dry season, during the planting season, when you're building experience, when you're building your credibility, when you're building your authority? What is going to keep you moving if the goal is to make money? Because as in any other industry, the people who make the money are people who are up there. People who have the experience, the years of experience and the portfolios, the credibility, the authority, the exposure. If you're starting out, you have a journey to walk. If there's nothing inside of you that keeps you motivated other than the money, I'm giving you 3 to 5 years in the industry and you leave. In fact, 3 years is a lot. Probably within the first year, you will be done. The other reason number 3, why you should not become an environmental expert is if what you are looking for is freedom. There's the whole story of self-employment, of freedom, being your own boss. From experience, there's nothing as hard as being your own boss. Because the world makes it look very glamorous. The world makes it look very nice, because probably I have done so. Because today I have a project here in Nairobi, then next week I have a project in Naivasha, then I have another one in Nakuru, then I have another one in Kisumu. It feels like you're always traveling and having fun and meeting people. Listen, if you're a consultant, and you're working for yourself, like I am doing, you know who is your boss? Your client. If there's a more strict, tight, a boss who doesn't, I'm about to say, give that thing, is the client. If they're in an organization, you have the HR, you will be served the first notice, the HR will call you, will give you a letter, you'll be sent for counseling, you'll be disciplinary letter. The client doesn't care. They paid you and they paid you well. They need results. So the person who keeps you on your toe is your boss in this industry is your client. You think you're free until you meet my boss, who is my client. They will wake up and they will want their license tomorrow because they are going to the bank the other day. But they called you yesterday. But you negotiated and agreed on everything, but they delayed. But when they come to you, they want, you know what I'm saying. So yes, there is this illusion that the world has sold to so many of us, that being your own boss, there is some freedom in working for yourself. If I could go back, probably I would rethink quitting my job when I did, because I was not mentally prepared for what the industry offers. So if you have not built the discipline it takes, first build it. If you know you cannot be able to stand the industry being your teacher, the client being your teacher, the client being your boss, then don't come here. You'll be frustrated. You know that thing they call work-life balance? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. In this industry, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Reason number 4 of why you should not start out as an environmental consultant is if you just want to quit your job. You hate your job, so you just want to quit and become. Let's say you work in a bank. You work in a bank, you don't like the job. There is all this story of toxic workplaces and the mental health, which I understand. But you just want to wake up one day, or you just want to leave your job, and then you remember that there is some certificate you had when you did your degree in environmental science. So you just want to quit because you want to quit the job. Some of you even want to hurt the bosses. When there is a critical project is when you want to say, I am done. Listen, you need to plan. You don't just jump. If you're just quitting your job because you hate your job, you hate your boss, and you just want to jump into this industry, think about it. There is a learning curve that you're going to go through. So, if you'd walk through this learning curve, when you still have somebody who pays your bills, who is your job, somebody who pays the school fees of your children, somebody who helps you feed your family, I would advise that you think about making a plan first. If you come to me for mentorship, I am not going to give you the job. I'm not going to give you clients. What I'm going to do is to show you through my experience how you get clients. But you have to go and get your clients. You have to learn how to sell. You have to learn how to do EIAs. You have to learn about the updated policies. You have to learn about the industry, how to dress up, how to meet. There is a journey. You would go for 6 months actively marketing without finding a client in this industry. Are you still going to be feeding your children? Will you be able to feed your kids in 6 months if you just jump out of your job that you're in currently? So why don't you take the evenings when you're on TikTok to learn about this industry? If you want to transition, why don't you take up a course? Why don't you take up a one-on-one coaching with me, but still maintain your job, but then make a plan to exit and get into this industry? When you have gotten your 5 clients, and they have given you referral and things are working, now you can transition. You know, I did that. I jumped cold turkey from my employment to come and start consulting. Then I was young. I didn't have as many responsibilities as I do now. So at that time, I was allowed to. But I have paid for it in tears, in disappointment, in frustration, in hard work, in sweat and blood. You know what I'm saying? So please evaluate where you are in life before you just jump out to come and start as an environmental consultant. There is a learning curve here. The grounds get rough and tough. It is only those who are patient enough, resilient enough, who are going to make it. So, if any of these 4 reasons that we have spoken about, you want to come here because it is glamorous, you want to come here because you want to get rich quickly, you want to come here because you want to enjoy freedom, being your own boss, you want to come here because you just want to quit your job, find a more powerful reason that can stand in times of turmoil in this industry. If you don't have any other reason beyond those 4, I would suggest you keep working on what you're working on currently. But if there is a deeper reason than this, a more deeper reason, like your why is deep, then you're welcome. You're welcome in this industry. And I'll hold your hand. I will show you. I will share with you all the knowledge that I have learned in this industry. So think about it. If you feel like even after this video you still want to get started, then reach out and we can see how I am able to help you start your journey as an environmental consultant. See you in the next one.